Hey all, this is part 23 of the master playthrough of the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. So yes, as you can see, this is the master, of course, so we're continuing where we left off. As of that, now sadly we didn't get any comment or anything telling me, if I could have, continued on exploring. Now, sadly, I was like in comment and I didn't want to save in comment because sometimes that can quote crash the game. So these guys I did not kill, by the way. The brown bear actually killed them. Like I thought that they were gonna be able to handle the brown bear, so I actually had to step in and actually help them against the brown bear. But now because of that, we cannot. I don't know what this statue requires. I have no idea what the statue requires. They almost want to sign or whatever. So yeah, that should be removed now. The blue one on the it's removed now. Right, so I have no idea what I need to leave there. I don't know if they will respond because normally, right, it is that you're supposed to talk to one of them, sometimes, so yeah. Oh, I'm pretty certain, however, there's nothing that ever locks you out from a shrine completely, I don't think. You cannot go that. Wow, really? You cannot get even closer than that, huh? That's quite interesting. So yeah, so we can see it's still set to master, of course. Master on the difficulty. Right, then yeah, we did get more repair hammers, which is good, of course, obviously. Of course, we don't seem to be as tanky now when we have like less of the shield spell. It still seems like the shield spell actually did quite a lot for us. The shield spell, as of that, that the shield spell actually did a lot for us. As of that, like yeah, we only have 20% shield now and stuff that like having the only 40 or 15 shield was a big deal. But yeah, but the spell break of course is really huge, and that's one of the artifacts. And it's just a very, very good shield. It's also a very unique looking shield, by the way, because I feel like this is not a reskin even of a shield that's already in the game. There are like certain stuff that actually are unique looking and stuff that, which is actually very, very cool indeed. Now the goal now, of course, is obviously right, so that for example, right, so bound Chris is heavy armor, but then the rest is light armor. So you can see gold is light armor, boots is light armor, and headgear is light armor. So yes, so we still don't have an enchant on an amulet and stuff that, but yeah. And as I said, in order to be able to use, for example, in order to be able to use the reflex spell we have here, for example, the superior spell reflection, we need to increase our mysticism, as we call it. Right, and the CIA was the best. Okay. Making the CIA a mysticism spell. Then we used to run around with that and just cast it over and over. But for Magica, it's also a pretty good idea to increase, the magic amount, but ugh. Of course, if possible, we would want to like increase it, so that's yeah. Ugh. Now keep in mind that we haven't really been leveling the willpower at all and stuff that normally I would fight a bear, normally. But we don't need to. So we shouldn't. Oh, I'm curious how close can we get over here? How long until we cannot move any further? We shall go no further. Okay, but or can we go so far here? Huh? What? Okay. That seems weird when we couldn't go past there. Oh. There's an Oblivion gate there though. This is actually very curious here. Because that would take you. This is the part of Skyrim, but then Hammerfell is to the you know. So with that is the shrine, correct? But this, that's an Oblivion gate, definitely. Yeah, an Oblivion gate. Yes, I mean there's going to be a lot of exploring, you know. Harmos Mora shrine, which we already have. But for example, the thing that they normally put you towards is the, what do you call it, the I forgot what you call that shrine, even the one that's on the left side or the right side here, the Ashura shrine, which gives you the Ashura star. How the Ashura star, from my understanding, is basically like, it doesn't refill your magic, but the thing that it refills is it refills your magical items, is what it refills. That's a rather old location for. I mean, I guess you could say that it's theoretically tied to the Hermes Mora shrine or something like that, you know. You could say that that is the case, you know. There's a tower over there, though. We don't have yet. So. Now, I do need to remember to save every now and again and stuff like that, because, you know, because running away from enemies while in combat doesn't really seem to crash the game and stuff like that, so yeah, you know. This is in certain situations where, you know, certain things can crash the game. Now the question that I'm curious about, though, is if you have the reflect damage right, if you have the reflect damage high enough, so you're immune to all damage, does that somehow reflect some damage? Because, I mean, like, even if you get like 100% fire resist, that doesn't make you, like, the sound damage is a unique element that is not part of fire. For example, I don't think there's any spell that actually deals sound damage that there's no way to. Okay, so there are liches here in the Sankre Tor. I think that's actually part of a quest somewhere. These rooms are actually big. Okay, so can we go to the west of this though? Because now we're further down basically and stuff like that. There might be stuff over here. Oh, there's the Battlehorn Castle over there, so maybe go to the west of this. Because, yeah, because all of these parts are just going to be basically used exploration, which is why I would have wanted to have done this like off screen and stuff like that, you know, because, you know, although I did end up, you know, because I'm now platinum the Zero Stars finally and stuff like that, which is something I could have done years ago and stuff like that, because you need to defeat 10 bosses with the whole thing on. You need to defeat 10 bosses with the another glade to Oblivion. Another one, another gate to Oblivion. But then there's Lipsan Tarn here. I know, for example, what is it? Is it both in Fallout 3 and in Fallout 4? I know that in Fallout 3 there was a perk. I don't think it was in Fallout 4, but in Fallout 3 there was a perk. It was really good that you could get. There was like an exploration perk that basically gave you it gave you all of the locations for all of the places in the game, basically. Now that didn't mean that you could use fast travel to the place, but it would show you like all the locations on the map, right? But it didn't give you the fast travel like option. Like you couldn't like fast travel immediately and stuff like that. So if that count is being discovered, why is it lit? Yeah, why isn't the discover thing showing up here and stuff that like sometimes, Okay, let's see, is there anything nearby? No. Lips and Town, investigate Oblivion. You can take some fall damage here, it doesn't matter because our health to regen is high enough. Rest of that to where it doesn't matter that much. Oh, there's a cloud top here. Aha. Maybe this is where the camp is now. That wouldn't be weird if it's on the western side. Cloud top sounds nice though. Oh. It's runes of something. There was definitely some symbols on this stone. This definitely had significance of something. Cloud top. There's a nice statue over there though. But that is, I think that's the Hammer's Moor shrine that you can see all the way from over there. It's actually perfect. Yes, you can see the Imperial City because the Imperial City is absolutely massive. Ooh, right, there's there. With some gold in it. Interesting place. Definitely interesting indeed. There's the castle over there. Okay, let's go to where the castle fort. Oh, that's a different fort. That's not this fort. No. Fort. There's another gate to Oblivion. Yeah, let's discover this fort first here. Let's discover Fort Rayleigh's. Ah, oops. Hopefully there aren't dangerous enemies in here. I do hear something though. Mages. Right. He has the Hydra stuff with him. But it's not good, of course. Yeah, run away, maybe. Okay, Fort Rails. Gate Oblivion this way. There's not the same Gate Oblivion. No, but it's not. Oh. But then here's the thing, like these are open even before you go to the Kavach area and stuff that, keep that in mind. Go to Gate Oblivion, please. Blackrock Caverns, oh shit. Because keep in mind that this was out before World of Warcraft and stuff that. But Blackrock existed in Warcraft lore since like long before Blackrock as a location. There's Blackrock Caverns here. That is risky. Save. What's that weird noise? Oh. Luckily, we are good at running. That is something I love, and stuff that, like being like. We eventually should create some better, like actual restoration spells and stuff that I can afford even more and stuff that. Because what is it? The mayor one is hitting me for 25, correct? If I'm not mistaken, yeah, it's 25 points. 15, which is actually fairly cheap, but F25, that's major wounds. I know that there are more stronger like hitting spells that we can get and stuff like that, but yeah. That's not really the cap. Check around first. Oh yeah, that's good back. Ow, shit, that took damage. Mark. Stop that, please. Panda whale. Panda. That sounds Nord. Panda. Yeah. That's more. I guess you would call it. Is that more Danish or Norwegian more than because it doesn't sound like. I mean, you could say that it's on Norse. You know. Okay. Now from there. Okay, so you can see that we're discovering so much now that we're doing this. I mean, we definitely want to discover the battle horn though here. Yeah. I'm going to make sure that we discover the battle horn here. Want to discover as much as possible, of course, obviously. There's a lot of lag. Like, there are definitely things that can crash the game, like being chased by too many enemies. Like, I'm guessing 100% can absolutely like crash the game. Gate Oblivion. That's a different Gate Oblivion at all. Hopefully it's not placed where the fort is. I don't think that they can pop up just randomly. I think there are fixed locations, correct, that they pop up in. Because I believe that if you do all the gates to Oblivion before the greater gates spawns, then that respawns all the smaller gates. If I'm not mistaken. I think that's how it works. But I am not 100% certain. So that should be, yeah, that's another gate to Oblivion. There's a lot of Oblivion gates. Total. I said, of course, on this difficulty, it's not going to be easy to close a lot of them. Yeah, let's see. Can I help Battlehome Castle or not? Yeah. I mean, I would love to help Battlehome Castle out. So wait, so Gate to Oblivion, that is... That's another Gate to Oblivion. Why are there so many Gates to Oblivion here, specifically? Like, I'm guessing you could say that, oh, they were looking for Martin and stuff that... So, I mean, they knew that he was in Kavach, but yeah. I didn't realize there was such density to the Oblivion portals. Was it really this much density on in the original? Or are there certain gates to Oblivion that are used like very, very small? Or do they add gates over time? Or something like that, Yeah. No, I think that this is probably because this one has a battle standard. I don't think the other castles had a battle standard, correct? We need to summon a skeleton. Why is everything just trying to fight me for and not fight something else? Yes, I think we picked up some potions. I hope we did. And now we used up all the potions, or we sold them. I don't want to have to use up the adrenaline spell though. Let's find some pillaged mine here. Spellhorn Castle. Okay. Sometimes jumping can cause the game to crash, though, especially when it's like super laggy like this. You have to be careful with what you do. Because it's kind of like a protective thing. Yeah. Right, let's go inside the pillage mine. I know that there are certain enemies that can follow us in. Please don't. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, they're not attacking us. Oh, they're attacking us. That was a pretty good sneaky way of getting away. Okay, so that's the pillage mine. I'd head south from this. Yes, head south. So we're gonna probably discover a shit ton of locations doing this and stuff like that, right? Because we're gonna go through here and down there and, you know, all everywhere, you know. I mean, the goal is just to find the Daedric Shrines, you know, and stuff like that. And once we, you know, I mean, I will do the Daedric Shrine once we find one, if it's like possible to do it already or stuff like that, because, yeah. I don't remember what the requirements for the Hermos Mora Shrine is. I'm guessing that they could have told us what the thing was, because you need to actually speak to the correct NPC there. So that, but shouldn't those NPC not be killable then? So that, you know, you would figure, right? Yeah. There's a nice statue here, though. There's a nicer statue here. But this is not a castle location. That's weird. Fucking use a Daedric short sword just like that, man. I mean, this is not a short sword, that's a long sword, that's a short sword. Actually, that's very interesting, you know, having a short sword here as an option. Not gonna lie, that's pretty interesting to have. Broken Promises Cave, oh no. Oh, there was another location there that I saw somewhere. Yeah, but let's go to Broken Promises. I think I've been in this cave before. I think I went into this cave on map, actually. Because it's this, right? Okay. Let's go to the west. Let's go over to Snowy Fun Time, yeah! And then maybe start going down from there. And I'm trying to say pretty often here, you know, just in case. You know, how much? Okay, we've been recording for 24 minutes. Just about. So it's plot 23, by the way, so yeah. I don't know how many plots I'm gonna record today because, you know, I wanna. Because here's the thing, right? So supposedly if you start a new place, now I still have my save file. Right? But I don't want to use the other save file, like where I have, like, basically the clear game save file, basically. When you have cleared the game and you have seen the credits. Because you're supposed to load that file in order to, like, gain access to the DLC. But if you start a new game plus, then it doesn't give you access to the DLC for whatever reason. I can understand, like, okay, you need a bot at least, but once you get the bot, you should have been able to, like, because it doesn't make any sense that I would have to, like, go through all of the game again. Keep in mind, when I did the trophy for the thing, I was being very stupid about it, because I thought that once you had turned off for Gambit, you couldn't turn it off, basically because that would, like, null and void the trophy. That's not how it works. I could have just had it on only for bosses. I eventually did realize that, but that was very, very late when I realized that I could turn it off when it wasn't bosses. Stuff that. And of course, you fight way more than 10 bosses before you actually get that trophy and stuff. That trophy is for fighting 10 bosses, but not all bosses count. So there's a bunch of like smaller bosses, I guess you would call them, that do not count, that are clearly bosses and stuff like that. None of the fights against the like the number like bosses. If you understand what I'm getting. Oh, it's just the mountain line. The mountain line is like meh 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 meh. Mountain lion så att det kan gita våld into the. Ja. I'm not buying that, in the room. Okay, so Medic, get over to CIA. So we can raise the mysticism a little bit again. That looks like an action structure we can find. Not. This is not on the map. It's not on the map. This is a continue your penance and goes. Okay, so yeah, so the bounty doesn't matter here. It's the infamy. That's the problem, yeah. So that's actually really bad if we would get the vampire again, unless we would have like the disease potion. I was lucky and I had a disease potion to get rid of the vampirism and stuff that. Now there are like so many benefits to being a vampire, because you can get so much strength increase, and certain other stuff. And the thing is, okay, like they eventually don't want to talk to you. Eventually, which is to win. Yes, you cannot quote fast travel. But then, for example, if you have high enough speed stats, so I don't know if there are actual like rings or amulets that can actually give you like 45 like speed or whatever. Because yeah. So infested mine discovered. Yes. And we are discovering Barondo over here. As well, we probably also need to head like this way eventually and stuff there, because there's probably going to be a lot of stuff here as well, so yeah. But usually it's pretty easy to find location, but sometimes it feels like you need to get so close to catch, because one of the ideas I had, for example, for one of the abilities would of course allow you to, for example, like detect the locations from like further away, the icons would show up. And maybe it would also give you icons for actually smaller like locations. Right. And actually, let's go to where the camp is here. Which is weird that isn't showing up on the map, but still. Camp Eels and get to Oblivion. Another 60 swaggy gate to Oblivion. And then Camp Ales. Not that type of ale. Not a bandit. Camp Ales. Does get to Oblivion. Get over to the west here. Fort Heastrom. There's a lot of fort in this game, as I realized. I mean, there are forts in Skyrim too, and it makes sense, right? And stuff that they have a lot of forts, but still. Heastrom. You have a chest with some stuff in it. Okay. Yeah. It's weird yet. No more Black Daedric shrines yet and stuff that, aside from that one. So, wait, how many Daedric gods are there? Right. Because we have 1 shrine, 2 shrines, 3 shrines with Spirit, 4 shrines with Shogorath. How many daily princes are there in total? What? Is it only 12? Nah, it seems like way too little. Is it 24? Last chance camp. And I like how a lot of those locations are used, things. Jastre. One Vados camp, okay. So first Jastre. For that, then let's go Vados camp. Okay. And we can go even more over to the left there. It is actually good. Also gives us a lot of this really just makes the quest easier. So if we just go and explore a bunch of stuff, and find map locations, that's something you can do from the very, very beginning, but it's actually more effective, of course, to do when you have a higher speed stat and stuff like that. And keep in mind, our speed stat is not even the highest yet. Stuff that, there's a... That kinda looks like, yeah, that's an Oblivion gate. It's very nice that they used light everything up and stuff like that, Another gate to Oblivion. If you want to get to Oblivion. Right, and that's like that, okay. Yeah, so let's go south and to the west, down like this. Because I think we can actually reach the coast and we can actually see the water, actually. If I'm not mistaken. It would have been cool if they would have actually let you actually swim in the water here. Maybe they do, actually. I don't know. That's a fort. But there's our shrine here, Malakat's shrine. So that's a Daedic shrine. Hell yeah. I love me finding some shrines, and there's a fort suits over there. Malakat's shrine.
Who's talking? You dare come here to the shrine of... I don't like... I guess you haven't heard. We don't like the beautiful. We watch and wait. Were you invited?
That's the orc god. So what onions?
Who's Were you invited? You dare come here? I'm not... I guess you have... So? I doubt it. Please, I'm embarrassed. You win this one. You should be ashamed.
Okay, so the yellow is the good one.
Get away from me. Really now, you're such a charmer. I doubt it. I can't argue with that. You're a revolt. Really now, you're such a charmer. I doubt it. You've got a point. You should be ashamed. Really now, you're such a charmer. I doubt it. I can't argue with that.
Right, so post.
I doubt it.
Oh.
Not funny. Goodness, you've got a point. I doubt it. You win this one. You're a revolt. No, you do me too much. Please, I'm embarrassed. But thank you. I doubt it. I won't fight you. You're revolting. You should be ashamed. No, you do me. I doubt it. I won't fight you. Every little bit helps. That's not bad. You're not one of Malakath's favorite people. He likes orcs. Too bad for you. So you approach his shrine. Then go on and do your approaching. But Malakath wants a present. We watch and wait.
Malakath likes troll fat. Okay, so troll fat. And we used to have a lot of troll fat at one point. Alright, vampire dust we've kept garlic. The data hearts and blood gas, of course, obviously. Oh, are we out of combat now? It sounds like it. We're at 81 armor, that's good. So now we know how to get to another shrine at least. How to get the audience. Yeah, you must be the lieutenant to begin this quest. Troll fat to the statue, okay. Fort suits Lord Thrax's state, okay. So that's another Daedic shrine. There was one up there, one there. So they seem to love being in corners. Like this one is east corner, southwest corner. Is there gonna be one down there then? Right. There's one there, that's a corner. That's a corner. And you might say that, oh, this is not a corner. This maybe is like supposed to be like southwest. Or you get what I mean, right? Like this would be southwest, but still, you know. Elsevier, actually, the elves weren't from Elsevier. There was another race that were from there. There, you know. The Khajiit, I believe. I forgot. But yeah, let's go to Fotsuch. There's a person there. Or... There are people like that here. Bleak Mine, Gate Oblivion. And that's a lot of like... Gate Oblivion discovered the Bleak Mine as well, maybe. A lot of that's a state. It's a lot of locations here actually. Man, I love it though if we can do some like really quick like exploration and stuff that, you know, if that's all the episode is about, you know, and stuff that, you know, like so be it, you know. Okay, so that's Bleak Mine discovered and that Lord Rad's estate. And they have some plants here. Corn. Some tomatoes, which I would normally use to pick up. Okay. So Malakath, Gate Oblivion. Fort Such, Bleak Mine. Atrin's Camp. That's... we don't have yet. Now the question is though, like because of the fact that something like you know the Elder Scrolls Online exists, which I haven't played by the way, does that mean that it is less unlikely that we're gonna visit certain locations, you know, and stuff that because you know there's Crowhaven, by the way, which we need later on for a certain quest. I mean, you can do Crowhaven very early on in the game and stuff that, but you know. Because the Grey Prince and stuff that, you know. go like this so we can go. Because I don't know if it's supposed to be Anvil where you can go to that place. Because that might just be the lighthouse. Another gate to Oblivion though over here. There's a conjuring stone nearby. Gate to Oblivion. Now I believe that even when all gates closes, basically like once you finish the main story, like all the gates closes, they do not close when like the Great Gate closes and stuff. That it's a lot of people misunderstand, I believe. Maybe they do. But this is... what is this stone exactly? Okay, cornered weapons and armor. This is a bow. Okay. So is this better than the other band bow? I didn't keep my bound bow, so this is number 6. And I got bound... what did I get? Get a bound helmet, but that's a item helmet as well. This one is... so that's so, you know... I mean, that means that we can repair, of course, eventually as well. Yeah. Normally I did not want to pick it up, but you know... I want to check, can we reach that? Do they allow you to go that far out? That's actually pretty cool if they allow us to go. Yeah, they do. Yeah, there's the whole lighthouse. Like, I mean, how far out to sea can we go? Because, of course, this is a very good way to level up our thing. Maybe go to the west and see how far we can get to the... oh, that's a good way to actually escape combat. Not gonna lie, that's gonna be very important to know actually. I mean, it is gonna show up, right? I mean, it would have been cool if there was something hidden out here. Like, why otherwise let you like get that far to the thing? Does that mean that you could technically go via this water and maybe up the Hammerfell? Because that seems weird, like why are they so super about it? Like over here, for example, like, oh, you cannot allow to pass this little thing into the area and stuff like that, but here on the water you can use, you know. Now supposedly the athletics are supposed to like race faster in like water and stuff. I think you cannot sprint in water. What's that fire effect, by the way? We're very close to it now, actually. Let's cross this a few times. Yeah, we cannot go that way, turn back, okay. Now I know at least goes out then. Okay. Going south. Kind of like that. I'm curious, can we actually get close to Valen Bordan? That is. Now I wonder why haven't we gotten our race to like athletics or whatever, right? Because it's like based on quickly you run, swim, and sprint. Yeah. Okay, so the thing that we're seeing over here is Wailing Wood. Actually. Even if we would go directly there, because that would be Wailing Wood. Which normally you cannot go over here at all. I'm curious how close it is, you know. That is weird. Is that actually so you can see where the wall is? Right, I'm on fire, I think. I'm on fire? Like repair? No, I don't need to ban anything. Yeah, but we're getting very close now to... Imagine if they did make it so that you could reach a certain part of... But we cannot get closer now. Unless... Oh. Please. Now athletics finally went up. It seems weird. Is it that you have to swim underwater, maybe? I mean, I would love it if we could go into Wailing Wood, actually. That would be amazing. We're getting very close, though. Because if I go in here... And now we're actually at 11. That is just a town, right? Yeah, that's kind of a town. Now, of course, if we eventually get this high enough to where we can put reflect on stuff, then, you know, it depends on, of course, how much reflect it is. Like, because if it's only 10%, then it's not really that good. And stuff that. Now, I imagine, right, if for example, if it's true that, for example, we can find another mundane ring, for example, then together with Spellbreaker, that should be enough to make you basically make you like damage immune to spells and stuff that, and then there's no reason to go with any like defensive stats on our pieces of equipment. Then something like this with the shield spell is just completely worthless. The shield spell does nothing at that point, because if we get the reflex stat high enough, then, you know, that should just do it for us. If we can get the reflex spell high enough. believe though there's a way, if I remember correctly, like past like the barriers. But I believe what you usually need to do is just get to go back and skill high enough, because acrobatics basically make it so that if you have a way to, for example, enchant your acrobatic skill to very, very high numbers, then you can actually jump insanely high, and you need to basically combine it with high speed. So you could theoretically create a spell that gives you like a big boost both things. Water hyacinth. It's bouquet. Sacred lotus. A gate to Oblivion. Certain gates rather seal in their location. What are you gonna invade? Invade the fish? Let's see here. Can we? We cannot go that way. Turn back. Okay. That is funny now. They don't even allow you to reach the sea. So when you're in the sea, you can be there, but otherwise they don't allow you to even get to it. Interesting. But because we were over there in the sea and stuff that, but they don't even allow you to go there into the sea. There's another Oblivion gate over there. Which is not that one, by the way. So we find this one first. Another gate to Oblivion. Right, then there's more which we already have. Peony! Peony flower! Peony elf! Peony! Oh, Columbine, what? Don't attack me, damn it. I'm trying to pick some flowers, god damn it. Oh, of course. Okay. Oh, we can almost reach the sea there again. But that was interesting, right? That you could be in the sea all this way, but then as soon as you went up on land, basically, then all of a sudden, nah, you cannot to the sea. I feel like there are actually going to be stuff there and stuff that, So, yeah, phone bang. Just good. Mortal Camp! Oh shit, Mortal Camp. Dun 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 dun. Mortal Camp! And then imagine you find Scorpion, the Sub-Zero there, and you can get some stuff. The Mortal Camp seems to be where Minotaurs like to hang out. There's a big, beefy Minotaur that's actually attacking something. He's attacking a bandit. Thank you, Mr. Minotaur guy. You're attacking me while I'm picking up stuff, Mr. Minotaur guy. That's not very nice of you. Thank you, Mr. Minotaur guy. That was actually very good. So picked up a glass grace, picked up mithril boots, we picked up ebony bow. Yeah. Which is still better than the bound bow, actually, for whatever weird reason. Oh, he's running around with a fucking glass battle axe. Maybe that's just a one-hander, but still. Right, so... yeah. Gnolls meeting camp. We don't have that yet. Gnolls. Do I remember Gnolls even being in the game? I mean, Gnolls are... yeah, I mean... there's the Gnolls are in the game. But you don't see them very often, unless you go to... ooh. What's gonna be in the chest? Some money at least. Another shower camp. Rasava camp. Okay, go to Rasava camp. That kind of sound very Khajiit. Either Khajiit or you know, or lizard. Oh, there's a dead bandit again. Elven. The dead Khajiit. I don't think we can repair now. Nope. No, I would love to rest in a bed, but... yeah, where did the guard go? Is the guard actually gonna defend me? He is. Yo, guard. Why do I look like I have bubbles around me? I can't believe it's my hero, the guard. Saved us. I used to run to a guard kick. Hell him out. This is a lot of repairing. Hell yeah, skill levels. That didn't give me much at all. Yeah, because I believe, right, that it's dependent on how good the gear is, and magic gear gives you more points, I think. So we should be able to sleep there and get the level up. Level 27, 81 luck, and let's go with 5 exactly in speed. And then 3 in intelligence. Boom. And now we are a quick boy. We are a pretty speedy boy. We save game. And that's Miss Garanda. Don't we already have that on the map though? We don't. Because yeah, certain things kind of blend together sometimes, like with what locations you already have and stuff that, you know, sometimes. So we have Miss Garand now. Shardrock. Let's go to Shardrock. Sounds like a fancy place. So obviously we can go like up here and stuff that again and hope that we find some stuff. Right, so what I'm gonna be doing, I'm actually gonna go and continue on exploring, by the way, off screen. I'm just gonna go and explore a bunch. Like off screen and stuff that, you know, because I feel like we need to do it, man, because otherwise, right, you know, otherwise things are gonna be pretty annoying, because there's gonna be a lot of episodes otherwise that are